Hey, this is Mark from Sharpworx, and today I want to go through a couple stones that I love. I got three of them here. They are Arkansas stones. So I'm going to go through the different types of stones, how to select the stone to use, do a demonstration, and yeah, just share some basics about it. I think this video will be great for people that don't know much about sharpening, and also for people that are experienced that just want to learn more about these stones. So let me kick it off. So these stones I got on Amazon a year or two ago. Two of them are still wrapped, and I'll explain that later. I'll explain why. It's primarily because I use an Arkansas soft stone, and these are one's a soft stone that's redundant to what I have, and the other's a hard stone. So they're still wrapped. But these stones are made they're quarried out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, or in that general vicinity. The main company that makes them are Dan's Whetstones. I've been up there, and it's a really cool place. I've met the family, really sweet people, and I've been buying their stones and selling them on my site. So how do you select one of these stones? So the first thing you do is you figure out the knives that you want to sharpen. So I'm sharpening a lot of kitchen knives, like this one. So this is like an 8-inch chef's knife, and so I want a stone that's about the same length of it. So the stone should be about the same length as your blade. So I tend to use 8-inch stones for most of the time. Sometimes I use a 10-inch stone. So a 10-inch stone tends to be it's obviously longer. It is nice because it gives you a little bit more room. So this is kind of the bread and butter of Arkansas stones. This is an Arkansas soft stone. It's by far the cheapest stone. A couple of years ago, these were like $20 a piece, and they were super effective for sharpening. So this stone, they actually don't assign a grit level to it, but it would be classified as a polishing stone. This stone is, you would use it after you've already formed your edge with a lower grit or a coarser stone. So you would use a 220 grit stone or a 400 grit stone to form your edge, and then move on to this. So this would be if I had to give it a coarseness, it would be like a 600 grit. And this is typically the type of stone that I use for polishing, just because it's so economical. And honestly, it's super effective. When I was talking to Dan from Dan's Whetstones, he got feedback from customers that they don't leave a burr. I think that's somewhat common for polishing stones, but I've experienced that as well. Like I'll get a burr on my coarser stones, and then this with the soft stone, it tends to be a lot smoother, or it doesn't leave a burr. And I just checked on their website. This stone's like $43 now, so I think prices have gone up quite a bit. All right, the next one is the Arkansas hard stone. So this is a slightly coarser stone, or a slightly finer stone. It's probably about a 800 grit stone. So it would be polishing. Maybe you'd use it after a soft stone. I don't really use these much. They're a little bit more expensive. I think this is about $60 to $70 on their site. The way that they differentiate this stone from a soft stone is that it has a higher specific gravity. So it means it's denser and it weighs more. So if you don't know what specific gravity is, it is you take the weight of the stone and you divide it by the weight of water that would be the same volume. And so it's kind of a comparison to the density of water. The next stone is the Arkansas Blackstone. I really like the stone. It's very pretty. When you put oil on it, it's a dark black. This stone used to be, or I guess it's still used to verify if gold is actually gold. That's not a knife sharpening application, but kind of an interesting fact. So you would rub gold on here and you see a marking, and you can tell the difference from other metals because it does leave a mark. So this is one of the finest stones available as an Arkansas stone. So it's like a 1200 grit. I would say this would probably be my go-to stone for Arkansas stones, except for the price. So this stone, I think on their website is like $111 right now, and so it's it's quite expensive. So there's another category of stones. It's the translucent stones. It's equivalent in coarseness to the black stone, except it has a different color pattern. And I think they're essentially the same stones. They're just as effective, but people have different preferences for the stones that they want to use. So I would highly recommend this one if you have the cash. The other one I would recommend is the soft stone if you want to save some money. So I'll go through a demo sharpening. I'm using a system for it. This is a system I made. It's not a sales pitch, but it's the system I use all the time. So I'm going to use the black stone. So you can use these stones freehand as well. They'll work really effectively. So this is set at 15 degrees. That's what I sharpen my kitchen knives to. As I get it later in the passes, I'll switch to just forward passes. It seems to make an improvement. And that would be it. You know, if I was sharpening this from the beginning, I'd probably use a diamond stone first and form the edge, but I've sharpened this knife on a couple videos already, so it really doesn't need it. And this video is more about the use and differences in the Arkansas stones. Yeah, so that's kind of it. The main lessons I want to get through on Arkansas stones. I'm trying to do live videos because editing takes a long time, and I'm trying to balance a lot of different things with kicking off this company, Sharpworx. If you have any comments, let me know. If you want to hear about different topics, I'd love to share on it. I've also I'm going to put the article I wrote on this topic out on the website. So it's out on my website, sharpworx.com. Check it out. Make sure you give feedback. Thank you.